Hello and welcome to the Creative Art Collected, hosted by Taslima My Art every week on Saturday at 6 p.m. BST and 1 p.m. UK time, starting with Taslima My Art, followed by Let's Pour with Patty, then me, Casey, from CWV-Artistry, and last but not least, Sheldon Briscoe of Shell Rock Art. Come watch us share our creative sides every week. Now, today I am going to be working on this mold. Can you guess what this mold is? I am so excited about this one. I love it, love it, love it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to let you just watch. I want to see if anybody can guess in the lives. Um, First, I'm going to take these. These are chrome powders by Born Pretty. And I'm just going to dust the entire mold. I'm going to dust 4 parts of this mold with this. I'm putting green on one side and the bronze color on the other so I can get hints of green in the mold. It looks very pretty together. I love doing it like this, where you put one color on one side of the brush and another on the other side. You get hints of both colors and they just kind of fade together. These parts right here are very hard to work with. Very hard. Not only were they hard to dust, but they were hard to pour. Very intricate little pieces. Now, I'm working with my 2-part Bondcrafter epoxy resin. First, I'm going to fill this piece halfway full. Take my sky blue and my lime green alcohol inks. Drop them in. And then I'm going to fill it up most of the way. And I'm going to take my stick and I'm just going to mix it inside this part. It's going to create a ton of micro bubbles, and I wasn't thinking when I done this, but it created a lot of micro bubbles. But what's done is done. I mixed it up, topped it off with some clear, and I'm just going to let it rest. Okay, now I've only got about 2 ounces of resin left, so I've got my aquarium gravel out. And I'm just going to mix this gravel in with those 2 ounces of resin, and I'm going to see how far I can get this resin to go. When you do this, you want to make sure all of your rocks are wet, and I end up going back in and I top these off with resin to fill up any empty spaces. But you could do it just like this and it would freeze together as a solid, but I don't think you would. I think it would leave chunks out of the mold if you did. But I'm just going to put as much as I can in here of the aquarium gravel. Fill that in. Scrape my cup really well. I'm going to push them down to make sure I've got it down in all of the parts. And then I'm going to top it off. And I'm going to squeeze, and I'm pushing down on the top of it with my finger, and I'm letting that resin seep down in and around those rocks and watching the air bubbles come up, and I'm going to keep filling it until no more air bubbles are coming up and it's topped off. Okay, I've got this one just about done, so I'm going to move it over to the side here in just a second, and we're going to work on the next piece. As you can see, a lot of air bubbles are coming up out of it. And I'm just letting those air bubbles come up and dissipate and then filling it up. Okay. This one should be just about finished. I'm going to top it off one more time. And I'm going to set it to the side. Now this one, I'm going to pour some clear resin in, and I'm going to mix those rocks because there's so many down in there. I want to make sure that all of my area and the base has resin in it. I don't want any chunks missing out of it, so I mix that in really well. And now I'm going to try to fill up these little parts. These little parts were really something else to try to fill. They're really hard to get the resin down into. I was trying to pull them open and pour the resin down in them that way. And this way I just topped it off. But now I'm going to take and mix up some more aquarium gravel with the rest of my resin, and I'm going to fill up this mold right here. And we're going to set that all off to the side. I've got a little bit too much in there, so I'm going to pull the resin off, and now it's cured 24 hours later. And we're going to get this out of this mold. Has anybody guessed what this is yet? I'm wondering if anybody knows. Okay, so I'm going to get all these out of the mold. Look at that. You can see the ravel behind those chrome powders. Isn't that really pretty? And now I've got 2 more to get out of these molds. This one was a little bit hard to get out. The other one was a real pain. This one coming up, yeah, this one. This one was hard to get out of its mold. But it popped out, and we're going to stack them up. Has anybody guessed what it is yet? Lights up. Look at that. If you guessed a lantern, you got it right. Okay, we're going to take some UV resin, and we're going to glue down the light fixture. We're going to try to glue it in place. And then after we get the UV resin down and that glued in place, we're going to glue the top to the middle. And we're going to, I really baked these for about 5 minutes when I did the top to the middle. And because I'm working with a color resin and a thick area that the light's got to penetrate, I really baked that one for quite a while, maybe more than 5 minutes. And now I'm going to put the handles on the sides. These handles were a little hard to put on, and I did put the top piece on upside down. I didn't realize it until I already had the first the pieces glued together. But I do believe I have it upside down. I could be wrong. I don't know if it would fit the other way around looking at it. But I think I have the top piece on upside down. If you guys can look at it and tell me what you think. It looks good either way. Okay, now those handles were a bit tricky to put together, but now we're just going to glue the base together. We're going to glue the handles on the base. And we're going to pop it under UV light for about 4 or 5 minutes on each side. And then after we get that glued in place, we have a lantern. That middle piece is loose on the bottom. I know that. I left it that way in case that light needs to be changed. But it looks really pretty. And it's going to be setting up anyway, so that ain't going to matter that that piece isn't glued on. But here it is, lit up. I'm turning the light on and off so I can show you the difference in the light off and the light on. Really pretty. Really, really pretty. Even though it's got some micro bubbles. And I'm not sure if that top piece is upside down or not. I still think it turned out brilliant. I love this mold. I'm going to be doing quite a few of these. I love them. Thank you guys for watching. You have a blessed day. Up next is Sheldon Briscoe, Shell Rock Art.